Hey guys, this is Rich again. I wanted to make a video today, and I was thinking about this yesterday when I was feeding my snakes. A lot of people ask me about breeding and this and that, and it's really not hard to do the breeding. Triggers, it's really simple in my opinion, but again, not all the time are you going to get snakes that lay, not all the time are you going to get a lot, but the process is pretty simple. It's when you have the babies that things can get a little iffy. You might have a baby that might hatch out with a problem. You might also have a baby that hatches out and just don't want to eat. Sometimes you're going to end up assist feeding. I never force feed. I only assist feed, and I try not to stress the snake out too much. Maybe 2 times, 3 at the most I'll try, and then I'll wait another week. And I had 2 females, both of them imports. Most of my captive hatch stuff I have no problem with, but I figure I'll pull these 2 girls out and show you. This girl was the one I wanted to hold back of my imports, and she's very beautiful looking snake and all, but she didn't want to start eating like the others. Now, I assist fed her once and she took, but it also, before that, she didn't eat for 4 weeks, I think it was. So I tried to assist feed her, she took, and then the next week I tried her without assist feeding her, just tried feeding her like normal. Tried a frozen thawed, then I tried a live. No go. So then I was lucky enough yesterday, she actually took her first meal without having to have been assist fed or anything like that. Now hopefully, most of the times once they get feeding, you're pretty good. Once they'll start taking them by themselves, they're pretty good, but getting them to that point sometimes is just a pain. Now let me see if I can get this other girl out real quick. Now this other girl lost a lot of weight. I was afraid I was actually going to lose her. I tried assist feeding her a couple times, and every time she would spit it out. It just wouldn't go the way I planned, or so. Finally yesterday, for the first time, I tried assist feeding her, and she actually took and ate. And as you can see, she is very small. She got a little lump because she did eat, but hopefully maybe next time or a couple times after, she'll start actually eating. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't realize, who just want to hop in the hobby. And I don't discourage anybody for wanting to hop into the hobby, but do your homework. And I'm lucky enough to where I have a vet literally 1.5 miles from my house that deals with reptiles. Now take this boy out. This boy was from my first clutch. Never refused a meal. Just a single gene lesser. Very nice snake, but as I said, never refused a meal. On frozen thawed, pounding. Exactly what you want a baby to do. But not all the times when you get it. You might get like those imports. They don't want to eat. Now there's things you can try, like I always try frozen first. I like to get all my animals on frozen. But if they won't eat frozen, I'll try a live hopper. Sometimes if you try a live rat pink, they might not want to go after it. Not as active. Sometimes they also prefer the fur. That Holdback import girl I got, if it don't have fur on it, I've realized she won't take it. But again, not all the time. Sometimes they'll take pups. But another thing you can do is a small brown bag. Get a small brown bag, poke some small holes in it, put the snake in there, and put a rat pup. Now when I say a rat pup, I mean pretty much a pink. And put it in there. The pink isn't going to be big enough to where it can harm your snake. I would never put a small mouse or hopper mouse in there, because that could hurt your snake. Fold over the top, put it back in the tub or tank or whatever you got it in. Normally I'll put one staple in it, but that's your preference, and just leave them overnight. If that don't work and they are consistent without eating, that's when you would go into assist feeding. But I wouldn't recommend assist feeding to anybody who has never done it before. It's kind of like probing a snake. If you've never done it before, have somebody who has walk you through it, help you out. It's very stressful on the snake, and it can be very stressful to you trying to do it without harming the animal. Now I'll tell you this, many a times have I assist fed snakes over the years, and I've gotten teeth in my fingers and stuff like that. You want to jump, whatever, you can't. You got to be good and steady and easy with the snake. It's one of those things, just like probing, comes down to experience. Other things I've also tried was I put the prey in, that live, that is, in the tub, and put the tub in the closet where it would be dark, and leave them in there for a couple hours and come back. Sometimes that does work. Again, not all the time. Another thing is, don't try and feed a snake one day and then feed them the next. Wait a week. But I think I'll probably end up making another video to help out with some more common questions I get asked. But as always, guys, have a good one.